back to Capital Drama Club. This is a web series where we're trying to create a sense of togetherness after all the cancellations and fear that comes with this pandemic. We're trying to create a platform for local students to talk about all the work that they've put into their shows that sadly cannot be performed. I'm Sophia, the president of Scotia Glenville Drama Club. And before we start, we want to thank our friends at the Glenville Fire Department for always supporting our drama club. I'm here today with Zach Simpson and Maddie Shaw, Miss Graydon and Mrs. Mears in Burnt Hill's production of Thoroughly Modern Millie. Hi guys, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, I'm great.
Awesome. So first off, Maddie, do you think you could give me a really fast as you can description of Act 1 of Thoroughly Modern Millie? Ready, set, go.
I'm gonna have to. Right now?
Yes.
Okay, Thoroughly Modern Millie by some people. So Millie goes into like New York City and she's like the small town girl, but then she's into this big city. And then she trips this guy and he's like, what the heck are you doing? And then blah, 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 some way down the line, they've kind of fall in love. But then also there's this girl, Mrs. Mears, kind of like an older lady. She sells girls into slavery to Southeast Asia. And yeah, she makes big bucks and she talks to Buddha and then there's like Trevor Graydon and stuff. And he's like this big business guy and Millie wants to marry for like money and like stuff like that, and it's really bad. And then she's like, oh my gosh, but what if I want to marry for love? But that's kind of like later in the act. And then there's Miss Dorothy, and she kind of gets like captured by Mrs. Mears. Like Mrs. Mears is like poisoning her like with an apple and stuff, kind of like Beauty, not Beauty and the Beast. What am I talking about? Just like it's really intense and yeah, really good. Lots of tap dancing, lots of intense singing. Yeah.
Good job. Okay, Zach, Act 2 as fast as you can. Go.
Act 2. All right. So Millie is mad at Jimmy, but like she likes Jimmy, but then Jimmy gets on a window ledge and she's like, yo, he's on a window ledge, I love him. And then Trevor, who I played, really likes Miss Dorothy, and they like sing a song, do a little dance, but then Mrs. Mears captures Dorothy, and then they're like, oh, so a couple of things happen. Then they all meet up in the end, and Dorothy falls in love for a Chinese guy, and Millie falls in love with Jimmy, but it turns out Jimmy was rich the entire time. He wasn't poor, so she can marry for money and love, and it's all dandy and great and thoroughly modern.
Oh my gosh. Wonderful. I do have to say one of my favorite parts is the Zazu Rosie Schmemden. If we turn that around, it's this. I love that part. It's so
dramatic.
You said that, and I have a flashback to watching Maddie do that every time.
Okay, so we're gonna do some questions now. So I'm gonna ask the question, and then Maddie, you answer, and then Zach, you answer. What's the worst audition you've ever had?
Oh God, the worst audition I've ever had. Oh, probably my freshman year. It was Legally Blonde, and of course it was my first high school show, so I was extremely nervous, and I chose a really difficult song to sing. It was So Much Better. Why would I choose that song to audition with? And it was really trash, and I left crying, and I had to restart like 3 times. But it was still a great experience in the end. So
that's good. Zach, what about you?
I've had some pretty bad auditions. So I recently I was auditioning for college, and it was a dance call, and I was dancing. The guy leading the dance call goes, "No, Zach, can you pretend like this is an audition?" So that was funny. But then I had an audition for Godspell, which I actually ended up getting a pretty good part in that. But I forgot the words to my song, A, and then B, he was like, now to get a gauge of your movement, can you just bounce around the room like you're a monkey? And I was like, okay. So I forgot my words, and then I tried to jump around the room like a monkey, and I don't know.
Hey, it must have worked if you got it.
I mean, I got it. So
doing something right, yeah. What was it like for you guys to be performing, unfortunately, in your middle school this year instead of your high school?
Honestly, I would say we were pretty blessed to be able to grab that space since the middle school production was the week before. So we had like about 4 days in the middle school to prepare. Of course, it was a young, smaller stage, but we're so lucky that we had the ability to go there and have all that, not room, but like have that availability, because it was either that or who knows where it would have been.
Mm-hmm. Zach, what are your thoughts
on that?
Yeah,
it was good. For what it was really good. I mean, there was a lot of logistical things we had to figure out. We had to put a full 30-piece orchestra in there, and had to figure out set pieces and just acoustics and everything. But for what it was, it worked out totally fine. Worked out great.
That's great. Yeah. Your drama club, do you guys have any like fun activities or rituals you always do before the show, after the show, year to year?
On like Friday nights we go to this cafe called Burnt Hills Cafe. And that's for our Friday night shows. We usually open on Thursdays. And we actually, for this show, since we only got one performance in, we went on Thursday night.
Oh, that's nice.
And yeah, that was really, really cool of them to be able to do that for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I can really think of. Zach?
Yeah.
You know me out here?
Before, and this was unfortunate because we haven't gotten to do this yet. But usually on the morning before the Saturday matinee, we all get in a big circle and we do like senior speeches and production gifts and stuff. But we didn't get to do that this year because, the shows were canceled. So hopefully we're going to do that at some point in the future. But that's always fun.
Yeah, we unfortunately didn't get to do that either. But here's hoping that you guys will get together again and have that as an opportunity. We're going to do a game now of Thoroughly Modern Millie trivia.
Oh, God.
Okay.
So you're both just going to try and answer to the best of your ability. Okay. Did Thoroughly Modern Millie win Best Musical at the Tonys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good job.
2002.
Matthew, high five.
Good job. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who originated the role of Millie in the original Broadway cast?
Okay, Zach, you can take us. Yeah. Our queen, Sutton Foster.
Of course, yes. Did you guys know that in the 1999 demo, it was Kristen Chenoweth?
I did know that, actually.
I did not know that.
Yeah. How many songs are in the show?
So many.
This one's a thinker.
20.
I'm going to say
this like
15, so you're pretty close.
19?
19.
Wow.
23 if you count overture, finale, tags.
Yeah.
Did Sutton Foster win a Tony for Best Actress in Thoroughly Modern Millie?
I think so.
She did.
Say yes.
Yes, of course she did. She's Sutton Foster. How long was Millie's run on Broadway?
3 years. I don't know.
3.5.
2. You guys are both close.
Darn it.
2004. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. It was awesome to have you on. I enjoyed it so much.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, of course. Next time, we're going to be sitting down with Caitlin Effner and Ella Palmer from Shenenda Ho's production of Guys and Dolls. Thank you guys so much for being here. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.